Arissa's reading time! Hello everybody, by the way, I hope you guys enjoyed that little intro. And I'm sorry if this, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little new intro. By the way, this is my first time editing my own video because my brother usually edits it. But anyway, today we're going to be reading Don't Let the Peas Touch and other stories. So I'm going to just pick our reading thing that I want to pick a little story in this book. Let's do the Surprise Pet. Sophie wanted a pet, a special pet, all her own that she would love, that she could love and take care of. But whenever she asked the parents for a pet, they always said no. We have Bluebell, her mother said. One pet is enough. But Bluebell was Annie's pet. Share Bluebell, their mother tried. Share Bluebell, their mother tried. How can you share a pet? Sophie said. You can't cut it in half like a pickle. Annie smiled. You should get a pet, Sophie. You should get Sophie a pet, she said. See, Sophie said. Their mother raised her eyebrows. Yes, Annie said, but not just any pet, a big, fat pig that would eat everything that she left over. Annie laughed and laughed. Be quiet, Annie, Sophie said. Annie kept on laughing, slapping her knee. Sophie bolted from her chair. She raced up the stairs to her room. The door slammed. Boom! Their mother and father looked at Annie, shaking their heads. I didn't mean it, Annie said softly, looking down. Annie climbed the stairs to Sophie's room. Outside the doors, Annie said it again. I didn't mean it. Okay, said a whispering voice. Annie went in and sat on the bed. I'm sorry, Annie said. So I'm going to get you a real pet. What kind? Sophie said. It's a surprise, Annie said, for us to share. The next day, Sophie waited and waited for Annie to come home from school. What's in the bag? Sophie said. Is it my pet? Maybe, Annie said. And Aunt said, smiling. Annie said, smiling. She opened the bag. She took out a plastic cup. Sophie didn't see anything in it. Where is it? She said, squinting. I don't see a pet. It's there, Annie said. It's a seed. A seed? Annie said. It's so tiny. We're going to share it? I'll show you how, Annie said. So, I guess they're going to grow a plant. We can both sing quietly to it and carry it around. Me first, said Sophie. Annie rolled her eyes. But we have to treat it carefully, Annie said. It's a living thing. I'll be careful, Sophie said, grabbing the cup. Here, seed. Here, tiny. Here, seed. Here, tiny. When her mother saw Tiny, she smiled. What a cute little pet, she said. So well behaved. Sophie showed Tiny her room, her toys, and her favorite bear, the whole house. She showed him Annie's room too, but faster. When Sophie's friend Rachel came over, Sophie showed her Tiny. Rachel looked and looked into the cup. "There's no pet in there," Rachel said. "Is it a dirt pet? Is a dirt a pet?" Tiny's there, Sophie. "Is the dirt the pet?" "Tiny's there," Sophie said. "Only special people like me and my big sister know that." "Oh," said Rachel. "I think I see him now." Yes, I can't see him." So it looks like Sophie is just keeping this, like, the pet all to herself, and she's not sharing it with Annie. Because, see, like, there's Annie over here, just being like, "Well, it's my pet too." And I think Sophie just wants a pet for herself, not to share. I don't think she would like that. But sometimes when Sophie was alone, she began to think that maybe Rachel was right. Tiny didn't bark. He didn't meow. He didn't chirp. He didn't nip her fingers. "Why are you crying, Sophie?" Annie asked. "Because we don't really have a pet," Sophie said. "We can't even see him." "That doesn't mean he's not real," Annie said. "He still needs our love and strong thoughts. Can you give him that?" "Yes," Sophie said. "I can." "Good," Annie said. So can I." At bedtime, Sophie put Tiny on her table in the moonlight, and she watched him and watched him. Nothing happened. She closed her eyes and thought hard about Tiny changing and growing and becoming more and more of what he could be. In the morning, the sun was shining. Sophie looked into Tiny's cup. Her eyes opened wide. "Annie, Annie!" she shouted. "Come look!" Annie ran and looked into the cup. A small green leaf sprouted from the tiny seed. Tiny wasn't just a seed anymore. Tiny turned into a little plant, Sophie said. "Yes," Annie said. "Yes," Annie said, planting a tiny kiss on Sophie's head. "That's life." Okay, so that was that story. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. And I will see you guys in my next video. By the way, it says "Don't let the peas touch" in other stories. Blumenthal. Pictures by Timothy Basil Ering. So I probably said those two names very wrong, but I will be having this book in the link in the description down below. So it has other stories in it. I just read the last story called no, it wasn't. It was a different one. It wasn't the new pet or the surprise pet. Yeah, I think it was a surprise pet. Yeah, the surprise pet. There's two more other books in here, or stories in here, so I might read that in another video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like and also subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video, hopefully. And I'm very sorry that I didn't post a video on Monday. I was very busy that day, so yesterday I posted a video. I don't think anybody saw it yet, so please go and check that one out. The camera is really messed up. It wasn't working very well. I'm not very sure why. And this is my first time editing this video, so I'm very excited about doing that. Again, make sure to subscribe. And by the way, I just wanted to say hi to my grandma, because hi grandma, I love you so much. Mwah. Give you all the kisses. And yeah, so yeah, that's it. Please join me next time for my other videos, and hug. Okay, bye bye. I'm gonna do my intro that I did in the beginning. Arissa's reading time. Bye bye.